Hello guys, today I'm trying this setting just to make a different kind of video, and I just want to share with you one thing that happened to me. I normally don't go to the cinema that much, I normally don't go watch movies that much, but I recently went because I decided that there are some movies that I want to watch and that I have to watch, like some colossal movies and stuff. And this movie really kind of made me curious because I went recently to Japan and I fell in love with the way of living life there. And this movie was all about this guy. The movie is called Perfect Days. And this movie was all about this guy who just is a toilet cleaner and WC cleaner. And basically he lives in Japan, he has his whole routine, every day he wakes up, and in the whole movie it's just him all alone doing his routine daily and just doing the work and going back to home to sleep. Almost no words for the entire movie, but the photography of the movie, the sounds, the music, everything is so perfect. And the whole concept of the movie is, in a simple word, a simple Japanese word, is komorebi. Komorebi is a Japanese word, it's not translatable, for the rays of the sun that goes through the leaves of the tree. So it's basically the symbol of something you cannot repeat. It's just this moment and it will not be here to be repeated ever again. And it's the subtlety and the beauty of the little things that always change. Like this guy, that basically he wakes up in the morning and does his whole routine, and he has some passions, like some plants that he takes care of, some other things, the music he listens to when he goes to the work, and also when he finishes his job, he goes to always the same bars, the same things, and people respect him because in Japan they're very respectful about these kinds of workers, and it's amazing. And they respect him, they also give him things for free. And after a while we also see that this guy, he decided to stay in a life like that because we kind of understand that he moved away from his actually rich or wealthy family just to live this life and of peace. And you see he has these passions, and one thing that happens in this daily routine is that he also has a passion for photography. And when he's having every day or each day his lunch break, he goes to this park, eats a sandwich, and he looks up and he sees these komorebi, so these leaves, these rays of sun making forms on the leaves. And so he takes an old camera and take a picture of these leaves. And once per week, when he goes to develop these photos, he notices that each photo is different, and he chooses the best ones and take them aside in a closet. And every night when he goes to sleep, he also dreams about these things that happen during the day. Why? Because komorebi is also now, is the beauty of the whole routine, but at the same time it's always different. Like you see him, he has a whole routine that it's always the same, but each day something happens that makes that day memorable. Like one day the nephew comes to see him, another day he receives a kiss from a lady, another day something happened. So many different things happen every single day, not huge things, but little adventures that make each day unique, like the leaves and the ray of sun. And this made me so in love with life and the simple things. Even when I went to Japan, one thing that I noticed that I fell in love with is actually the appreciation that Japanese people have, this sensitivity, this sensible people for the beauty of the little things. Everything is so human and it's amazing. You see it in this guy. Sometimes he also talks, and whenever he talks, he says something very deep. And I love when movies, they teach you something very deep with metaphors or stories, and not using, direct teachings. And for example, he has this conversation where he says the girl he's with, the little girl, I think the nephew, she told him, "Can we go to the beach right now?" And he says, "Not now, next time." And she says, "When is next time?" And he replies, "Now is now. Ima wa ima. Next time is next time." Making you understand that we always think about the future when we don't enjoy the present. Even while he works, another thing is sometimes, bad things happen during his job because, of course, in the morning, early morning, there are, drunken people and other things that maybe the people that don't respect him, but you never see him complaining. Actually, he's very respectful. And when you expect him to react to some things that happen, you see him and he's actually smiling and laughing at it. You see that he doesn't see these things as bad. It's just the way you respond to things. Everything is so subjective. And if you're in a state of, relaxation, if you're in a state of calmness, I always talk about the parasympathetic nervous system being calm, being in the being first, established in being, in presence. He's there, he's peaceful, he's calm, he does his things, and it's amazing. And so whatever he does, he puts this filter of presence that makes it beautifully. And also, each moment, which is unique, you always do your best, no matter what you do. And he, as a cleaner, he cleans the best he can. And or sometimes, a co-worker, he says, "Why do you clean this good? I mean, why do you put so much effort into this?" Sometimes later in the day, probably someone will make it dirty again. And he doesn't even reply. He just does his best, because it's not how we do stuff. It's not what we do, it's how we do things. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters, it's where you put your heart into something, then it may become something beautiful. And no matter what you do, even if you are cleaning bathrooms. And this is komorebi. So the beautiful thing of the simple little things done at your best, and enjoying these little daily things, because they are very ephemeral. They go away, so appreciating every little thing, because it's just now. Don't worry about, another conversation he has with another man is, don't worry about your thoughts, your emotions, your things. In the grand scheme of things, they're actually not that important. So let life pass through you gracefully with all the different facets. And in another last conversation that he has, this girl says, your sister, which is her mother, is so different from you, and she doesn't speak so well about you. And he replies, well, everyone lives in a different world. There are many worlds, and my world is very different from your mother's world. And this really makes you understand that your reality is very subjective. It's how you create it. It comes from within. And so you can make it beautiful even with a simple life like that, or you can make it a disaster even with a wealthy life like his sister. And that's amazing. That's it, guys. This is komorebi. Let me know what you think, and see you in the next video.